I'm Saul, and this is Name That Fish. Prince. Outkast. Freedom Song is a record that I wrote for my godson, whose name is Freedom, and by the time you see this, it'll hopefully be out. And the idea for the song, I've always wanted to write him music and just dedicate something to him, just to make him feel special. But as I wrote the song, I came up with the idea of setting it up so that he's the artist. And when the song is released, all the money that is made from people listening to the song will go to him, to a college fund, so that 10 years from now, when he's 18, he'll have enough money to go to college. My favorite thing about Pioneer Square has to be the vibe that there's a lot of history here. You know, a lot of places in the United States are fairly new. A lot of parts of Seattle, a lot of these new buildings they don't have that energy to them where you feel like, you know, there were people here before me. And I think that's important to remember. You know, this is one of the oldest parts of Seattle, and I think it's an important area to kind of keep at the core of the city. My favorite scene in Purple Rain has to be when he performs Beautiful Ones for Apollonia and is like rolling around on the stage and just like pouring his heart out to her, and everybody in the club can feel the energy, and then she goes running out in tears, and then they end up falling back in love. Worst job I ever had was working at my family restaurant. I was a dishwasher, busboy, turned waiter, but I never got paid anything really. I got paid, but it was definitely under the table, and it wasn't that bad actually. I took all my tip money and I bought baseball cards and basketball cards and stuff. Wow. Funniest thing that's happened while on stage, I don't know if it's PG, but we're in Denver, Colorado, and I hadn't smoked, I don't think, but you know, Colorado was legal before Washington was, and it was smoky, and I was on stage. We had just drove like 17 hours from California, and I'm just contact high out, and at the end of my performance, I think I say, "Thank you, Colorado," but apparently I said, "Thank you, California," and everybody's just yelling, and just like half of them aren't even mad, they're just like trying to explain that you are in Colorado, and I'm looking at it, I think there's a fight that's broken out, there's just so much commotion, I'm like, what is going on? And eventually I realized that we're in Colorado, and I apologize, but it was a pretty anticlimactic end to the show. Man, I am Nike'd out right now, but I gotta say 3 Stripes, Adidas. They just sent me a care package yesterday, so thank you. Shout out Yeezy. Studio sessions with me usually involve skipping meals. Lots of, you know, it's pretty serious. You know, I definitely take my craft seriously, but it's really important that you enjoy what you're doing. But we're there to work, you know, we're not just hanging out. So there's usually nobody in the room that isn't supposed to be there. There isn't a big entourage. It's all people who are there to contribute to the art. My parents are notorious for giving me horrible gifts, although they gave me the gift of life. When I was a kid, one year I asked for like a poker set, and they got me boxers with poker chips on them. Another year I asked for a fish tank, and they got me a lamp that looked like a fish tank and had like motorized fish rotating. I couldn't sleep with it on. And then I was like, all right, just give me money. And then they gave me boxers with money on them. So yeah, pretty bad gifts. Michael B. Jordan. No, who would play me in a movie? Hey, he's on fire right now. That's my answer. Oh man, honestly, they're all jobs at this point. I have to say Twitter though. So I thought long and hard about what to name this fish. And I realized there's only one name possible. And it's Poopy. Because he's been pooping this whole interview. Alright, Poopy. You finally have a name that fits you. Now zoom in and get this poop. That was just for my godson because he's literally obsessed with fish and poop.